Okay. So last class we had discussed about right. So how to create users, how to delete user, and also we seen right how to find the file and all. File grep and all we seen right. So today we'll see that continuation and all. So last class we seen right. So let me share my screen. Lab dot. Mhm. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Device verification code. What is happening? Okay. No, someone signed out my. Let me verify that. Mm, It is settings, maybe reminder auto. GitHub authentication. Where is that? Okay. So now start it. Mm. So I don't have any instance. Just I'm creating on Linux machine. I hope everyone know, right? So how to create instance and all here. Okay, control enter, full screen. Alt enter. Okay. So now I want to check the all users. So last class already we seen, right? So if you want to check all users and groups, so what is the file? Cat space etc. What is etc? etc is the directory. So etc directory have all. There is one file passwd. So in this file we can find all users and groups and also permissions, everything. So etc, this is the configuration, all configuration files and all under this directory. So there is one file passwd. Now see here. So as of now, so these are my users. These are the default users. So these are the default users. Suppose if you want to add any user, if you want to add any user, so what is the command? Last class we seen, right? Add user and username. So here I am giving so DevApps. So do we have any user here? DevApps? No, right?
No, sir.
So now I created one user. Add type error. Add user. So DevApps. Now check it whether I added or not. Cat space slash etc slash passwd. Now see here DevApps user, and we'll see this and all. We'll see this and all. What is this and all? We'll see coming classes. Just leave it. Now if you want to delete the user, what is the command? Last class we seen, right? I want to delete the user. Add user, and I am using I am using just I am using a sample or any user. That is username is that is up to you, your choice. And user is added. Cat space slash etc slash pass pass wd pass wd. Now see here. So two users just now I created. So how to remove, how to delete this user? If you want to delete, so if you want to delete the user, so if you want to delete the user, how to delete that user? Del user and username. What is the username? Sample. Del delete, right? Delete user Which command last class we used? Del or del full name?
User del, sir.
User.
User
Sorry,
del, sir.
reverse, right? User del. User
Yes, sir.
add and user del. Okay. Sample. User del and now deleted. Now check it. Cat space etc slash pass. This is the default file name. That's it. So now see here deleted. Now you know, right? User del. If you want to set the password. So if you want to set the password and all, if you want to set the password, so you know, right? Last class already we seen. So how to set the password and how to log into that particular user and all. Clear? So anyone any doubt here? So how to create users and so add username and so user del and so delete user. So this already last class we seen. MS Paint. So if you want to check it, add user. So add user username, add user username, and so if you want to delete the user del and so username, whichever username you want to delete it. And if you want to switch the user, su hyphen username switch user. So just now I created user, right? If you just now I created one user. So just now I created one user. Now I am in which user? So if you want to check it, pwd or this is the root user super folder, and who am I? Who am I? Which user I logged in? Now see here root user. Root user nothing but super user. Now just now I created one user, right? Now let me check it. Cat space etc slash passwd. So DevApps is the user. I want to log into this particular user. So how to switch that user? How to switch to particular user? So last class already we seen, right? SU. What is SU?
Switch user.
Switch user hyphen space and a username DevApps. Now see here. Now we are in which user? DevApps. Earlier node 1, right? Now we can see DevApps. DevApps. Now check it. Who am I? Who am I? Now see here. I am in which user? DevApps user.
DevOps user.
Suppose if you want to come outside the user. So how to come outside? Just exit. That's it. Now clear?
Yes, sir.
Clear exits. Now ls. Now let me create a few files, and today we are going to see file permissions. So today we'll check it. So file permissions and all how it will work. Now touch space. Now I'm giving so dev. I want to create so 1 to 9 files and dot txt file also. Now how many files is created? Sorry, touch. Sorry, that is rm space hyphen f dev. Syntax wrong, right? How to create a flower bracket? Dev. Okay, 1 to 5 and so dot txt. I hope everyone know, right? So how many files is
Yes, sir.
created? So see here.
5 files.
So there is
Five.
5 files is created. Now if you observe here, so this is the read permission. So this is the user. Right now I am in which user? Root user, and
Root
group
user.
also root. Group also root. And root. All files are user and so group both are same only. User I logged in user root only and group also root only, and this is the date and time, and these are the file names. These are the file names, right? So these are the file names. Now if you come to here, so there is a three types of users available. There is a three types of users. So one is so system user, regular user. Now there is three types of users. User. Uh, 1 second. Okay, sorry. So now where are you? Users, right? Now this is the, now we want to check users and groups, right? Okay. Now this is the logged in user and this is the group name. So if you check it, cat space slash etc slash pass wd. This is the file name, right? Now if you observe here, this is the root, and here also we can see root, and what is the root directory slash root, and default bin bash. This is the prompt. This is the bin bash. So bin bash. So here everything. See, this is the DevOps, and this is the one. So UID. This is a uniqueness only. It won't display. And default home directory and executable path is bin bash. Now check it. This all users username, and so this is a username, and there is a ID. There is a ID. See here, each user root and group also root. Now if you come to here, so these are different users. So mostly we won't use these users in real time. Mostly admin people, they are creating different user, and for this user they are giving some permissions. So for permissions, but if we come to here, now these are the users and groups. Now we know, right, how to create users and groups. Now, so each user, so what is the main purpose? So right now I am in root user. Root means administrator. Who am I means root user. Root means administrator, like administrator. Super user. Super user can do anything. Super user and can do anything. But if we come to real time, so mostly 100% they won't give root user access. They won't give everyone root user access. So admin, so Linux admin, so they are creating a user, and based on your role, based on your responsibility, based on your work nature, they are giving some permissions. They are giving some permissions. Now if you see here, just now I created files. For every file, who is the user? Root is the user. Who is the group? Root is the group. Now every file, so user root only. Now if you want to change, we can change it. So if you want to change, we can change it. So mostly users and groups used to control access to files and resources. So for example, so I don't want to give so execution permission for this file. I don't want to give read access to for this file. I don't want to any access this for this file. By default for this file dev4. So the first one is the user, second one is the group, and third one is the others. There is three categories: user, group, and others. Okay, for user, now if you check it here, for users, read access is there, write access. For groups, only read access. For others, only read access. Now if you see here, for this file, there is anaconda -ks, right? For this file, so what is the file permissions and all? For this file, user can read and write. So group, there is no access. Others also there is no access. Others also there is no access. So these are the three types: user, group, and others. So based on your requirement, depends on requirement, we can give any access. So users means right now by default, I see here, logged in user, read and write. For groups only read access, for others only read access. Anyway, coming classes will change it. Okay, so now if you come to here, there is three types of users. So what are those users means? Default, first one is the super user. Already know super user. What is super user? Super user nothing but root user. Root is nothing but administrator. Root is nothing but administrator. Administrator can do anything. So if you log into root user, if you want to, we can create users. If you want to, we can delete the user. Whatever you want, we can do it. Full permission. Okay, full permission. And UID also by default 0 is there. UID 0 is there. And the same way, group ID also 0 we can see. And also home directory, default home directory. This is the root only, default home directory. And so shell is default shell prompt, you know, right? Bin bash. Just now we saw, right? Bin bash. BSS. This is the default prompt. This is the shell prompt is, so this is the default bin bash. Okay, bash. Now how we know, right? If you go to here, if you see here, if you see here, cat space slash etc slash pass wd, pass wd. Now observe here. So this is the root, default root. Next 0. This is 0, and this is the path. This is the home directory slash root. And last one is this is the shell prompt bin bash. For every user same only. So based on that users. Now, but these IDs are uniqueness. User ID, group ID, uniqueness. User ID, group ID, unique. See here 00 and here 1000, 1999, 1200, 7060. This is there is no duplicate. These all are the uniqueness. If I create one more user, see here add user name. For example, I given a Rama. Now see here cat space slash etc e slash etc slash pass wd now see here so 1001 1001 1001 this is the group id, this is the user id, this is the group id, this is the home directory, this is the home directory, this is the shell prompt, this is the username, this is the username. Clear? Anyone any doubt here? So for every user, so these are the default prompt. One is user type, which user, super user and normal user, or uh, root user. Now this is the super user. Now there is a system users also. System users. System user means if we install any software like Jenkins, like NGINX, like HTTPD, there is a default username password is there. So these are the system users. So system users means I hope everyone install Jenkins, right? In if you install Jenkins, by default we can see one username. One username. That is nothing but system users. So that user ID, group ID is nothing but it will start 1 to 49, 1 to 499. Okay. And same way group ID also 0 1 to 1 to so 499 only. And same way there is a prompt also is there. This is the prompt. Who is the logged in user? Here default variable and all. Under this there is one prompt will come, and shell is by default it will come same sbin. This is the system bin, default bin, and same sbin it will starts with here bin bash, right? Here sbin. This is the system user, and there is a normal user. Normal means logged in user. So this is the normal user. If you come to normal user, so we can create any user. Just now I created Rama, right? And for this user, it will give one ID. So that ID come to 500 to so 60,000. Any number, random number it will come. So we cannot expect exact number. This is random number only. So it will give any number. It will give any number. And so default path is home slash home username slash home username. And so default shell is bin bash only. Default shell is bin bash only. Default shell is slash bin bash. This is executable prompt only. You don't worry. So these are the three types of users. One is super user and a system user and a normal user. So right now I am in which user? Anyone guess it here? So right now I am in which user? Which user I
System
mean?
user.
System user.
System user.
System user or root user? Now check it. Who am I? Which user I am in? Root.
Root user.
Root
Root
means which
user.
user? Super user.
Super user.
That is nothing but administrator. Now, if anyone installed Jenkins in our Linux machine, we can see one user, Jenkins user. That is the system user. And just now I created one user. That is the which user? Super user or system user? Normal user. Normal user. We can create many users. So these users we cannot create. If we install any package, automatically it will come few users. That users is nothing but system users. By default, if you install any operating system, Linux or Ubuntu, CentOS, by default it will come one user. That is nothing but super user, root user. Now clear? So anyone any doubt here? So super user means by default it is coming root user. So super user. System users means if you install any package like Jenkins software or Tomcat or any NGINX or any HTTPD or so there is many some packages, right, servers. By default it will come on users. So those users is called as system users. Okay. If you install any package only it will come. Normal users means we are creating user only creating these users. Admin only creating these users. Admin only we can create these users. Now clear guys? I hope you got it right. Anyone any doubt as of now? Clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are the users. Now if we come to here, so LL. Now these are the files, right? 5 files. These are the 5 files. And same way come to here. Now already I explained etc slash pass wd. Pass wd. Now here understand, right? So what is this root means? This is the username. And so what is this x is nothing but here, if we can see any x and all somewhere we can see. So this is the x is nothing but this is the password file, link to password file. If you want to, we can set we need to set the password file. And this is the user id, and this is the group id, and this is the user home directory, and this is the shell prompt, right? This is a shell, and this is the user home directory. User home directory. Sir, how I know user home directory? Right now, do you have any username? Rama user I already have. Let me log in it user. Su hyphen Rama. Now I'm using. Now see here, pwd. See here. Now got it right? Slash home slash Rama. This is the default home directory of the user. Home directory of the user. Now see, check it. Suppose if I log into another user, DevOps user. Now see here SU, switch user, space, and so DevOps. Now see here PWD. Now see here, what is the user directory? Home directory of user. This is the home directory of user. User home directory slash home, and this is the username. This is the username. Clear, Shivaji?
Yes, sir.
Any user. That is same
Yeah.
only. Here we can see. Here we can find it. Username home slash Rama. This is the username. Home slash. This is the username. This is the shell prompt. This is the group ID. This is the user ID. This is the file link to password file. And first one is the username. First one is the username. So these are the default we can find. These are the now we know how to create a user and how to create and all. Now now we know, right? So set password already we seen, and let to come to here file permissions. Now I want to check file permissions. So how to check it? File permissions. Now ll. Now these are the, now I am in see, I don't have in here. I am in so different user, exit. Now ll. Now file permission. Now see here, if we see here, these are the file permissions. So one is what is read? There is actually three permissions. So if we come to here, now three types of permissions. So this is very important, and so we need try to understand. So there is file permissions. For every file you have some permissions. Okay. So one is read permission. First one is read, and the second one is w. W means write permission, and x means execute permission. X execute. Okay. So how many? Three types of permissions. Read file. So if somewhere if you see R means read a file. Okay. So read a file. So that the user can read a file. So write means they can write a file. They can, so write to a file. Write to a, we can write something to a file. And execute means so we can execute the file. So permission to execute the program. Execute to file. Execution execute permission to file, or execute program, or whatever it may be, or execute a file. There is three types of. Okay. Now this is one way. So one is read permission and write permission and execute permission. Now if you observe here, for all files, which permission we have? User. First three. Total here, how many here? 10. So total here we can see 10 hyphens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these three. So these three related to user. So first one is already, I hope everyone know. What is first? Check whether it is file, or whether it is directory, or whether it is link file, right? First character. What's Ravani? First character represents what? whether it is file or directory, whatever it may be, right? So this right now we can see all our files, right? How I know all our files? mkdir mkdir. Now I'm using so now I am using so for example test. Now I created so flower bracket, and so one dot the directories I am creating. Now ll. Now how I know these are directory or these are files? What is first character?
If it is hyphen file, if it is
That
the
is
direct.
whether it is file, whether it is directory, or whether it is link file. Right? Next three characters are user. These three related to user. These three related to user. Next three related to group. Next three related to group. These three related to group. These three related to group. So these three related to group. Next three related to group. GROP. Group. Okay. G You are group, right? Okay. Next three related to others. These three are related to others. Now, so total there is three types, right? So there is three types. One is user, and other one is group, and other one is others only. These are simply others, other. Now, this first hyphen represents whether it is whether it is file or directory or link file. Now, next three represents a user permission. These three are related to user permission. So these three related to user permission. Now, if you observe here, if you observe, these three are the directory, right? For three directories for users, what permission we have? Read permission, write permission, execution permission, default. Yes or no? Now, if we come to file, so what is the default permission? Users. Read, write, there is no permission. Hyphen means hyphen means no permission. Empty means no permission. Here, anyone any doubt? What is R? R means read permission.
No,
W means write permission. Next, one more X. X means execution permission. All files, what is the default user permission? Read, write. Read, write. So for directories, what is the default permission? Users. Read, write, and also X. What is X represents? Execute permission.
Executive.
Execute permission. So these are the default permissions. Now I logged into the root user. I logged into the root user. Now let me log into user. Cat space slash etc slash etc slash passwd. etc slash passwd. Now see here. Now I'm going to log into the DevOps user. How to log it? How to log into DevOps user? Switch user. Okay, DevOps. Now got it. Now I am in. So I am going to create a file. Touch space. Now so DevOps. Okay, I am going to create a few files. One two dot one dot. So for example, 8 files I am creating. .txt. Now I'm going to create a directory also. mkdir mkdir. I want to create 4 files. One dot 4. Okay, 4 directories. mk. Correct only, right? What is missing? Name is missing. Now clear? Yes or no? Test. Anyone any doubt here? How to create files? How to create directories? Clear? Work Sharan.
Yes, sir.
Now observe here. Now I am in. So which user? Root user or normal user?
Root user.
Hey,
Root
hey,
user.
check it here. Which user logged in?
normal.
Normal user. Check it. Who am I? Who am I? Now see here. Now I am in normal user. I created one user, normal user. Just I logged into user. Now what you understand? What is the default permission for all files for users? Only read and write. And users directory permission. Read, write, execution. Here anyone any doubt? Did I assign any permission, any extra permission? No, right? Just now I created files. Now what you understand? If we create any file, what is the default user permission? In interview also one or two people they asked. Suppose if we create any directory, what is the default permission for user? Now what is the default user? Now see here, this is the username. Earlier we can see root, right? Now I logged into the DevOps user. So what is the username? And this is the group name. And what is the default permission for directory? Users. Read, write, execution. What is the default permission for files?
Read,
Only
write,
write.
write.
So interview also one or two people they asked, just note it. Okay. So what is the default permission? Read, write, execution for directory. Only read, write permission for files. These are the default. Now how to change it? We'll see. Now here anyone any doubt? So hyphen means no permission. Don't confuse here. Here hyphen means no permission. So hyphen means no permission. Okay. So hyphen means that is dash means no permission. So here anyone any doubt? Clear, right? If it is clear,
Yes, sir.
now we'll see how to change. Now change the ownership. Now I want to change the ownership. Now who is the owner for this file? Anyone? So this is the DevOps 1.txt. Who is the owner?
Test.t.
Hey, owner means so see he is the owner. DevOps group. He is the owner, right? Now if we come to here exit. Now if we ll. Now these are the files. Who is the owner? These files? Root user. For these files, who is the owner? DevOps user. Don't confuse here. So these are the permissions. These are the permissions. This is the user. This is the
Normal
group.
use.
Okay. Now DevOps is the owner for this file. For test directory, who is the owner? DevOps. Now if you see here, I am in root user, super user. But
Totally.
here, so who is the owner? Root. Who is the owner? So root. Files also owner root only. Now how to change the file permission? Now I want to change. Only root user can change the owner. Only root user can change the owner. Just remember, note. Only root user can change the owner. Only note. Only root user can change the change a file permission. Change the file owner. Okay. Only root user. So normal users and all it won't there. We don't have full permission, right? We don't have full permission. We cannot do anything. Okay. Only root user can change the file group also. So only root user can change file owner and group also. Both I typed here. Group also. Okay. Now if you want to change the owner, now question is how to change the owner. Now he is the root, right? So root is the owner for this file. How to change DevOps user or Rama user? Now see here I have three users. Cat space etc pass wd. Sorry, etc pass wd. pass wd. Now I have this is DevOps user and Rama also user. There is these are the normal users. Now I want to change cat ll. Now I have these files. I want to change the owner. I want to change the ownership. So how to change it? Now this is the syntax. If you want to change it, CHOWN, change owner, user name. Which user you want to update? I want to update DevOps. And which file? What is the file name? dev2.txt. Now clear, guys? So this is the syntax. If you want to change the owner, so this is the syntax. CHOWN, change owner, username and space file name. Now clear? Anyone any doubt here? This is the syntax. Now let me execute here. I want to change owner. Now LL. Now observe here. Owner is user is changed or not?
Yes, sir.
For example, this is the directory test1. So who is the owner right now for this directory? Root user. No,
Root.
no, no. I
Root,
want
sir.
to give access to Rama user. Now check it. CHOWN change
OWN.
owner and so username Rama and which directory? Test1.
Just
Now
one direction.
test1. Now it is see here. Sorry, Rama, right? Not Raman. Rama. Test1 directory. Now check it. LL. Now see here. Rama is changed or not? Username.
Change.
Now, for example, in this directory, if we have any files and all, so that case we need to use -r also. -r means recursively. I hope many times we saw this, right? -r. -r means recursively. Recursively means this is the directory. Maybe in this directory we have multiple files and multiple directories. I want to change those files also. So that case we are using -r recursively. Clear, guys? Anyone any doubt here?
No, sir.
So this is very simple, but these and all, if we are admin only, we can do all these activities in real time. But anyway, for practice purpose, so for the time being, we can execute all commands. But real time, we cannot execute all these commands because all maximum you are the normal user. Okay, normal user. So we cannot change permissions and all. Only admin can do. Root user can change permissions. Root user can do delete all these activities. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, same way, I want to change the permissions. Permissions. Now, for this file, so for this user, see here devops2 user, devops2.txt file. So username devops for this user, which is what is the permission here? Read write. I
Read
want to
to
give
write.
execution permission also. I want to add execution permission also. Now one more thing we need to understand. If you want to change the permission, two ways we can do change the permission. One is symbolic and one is the number format. So symbolic format, symbolic method, and the other one is a number method. Number format also we can. That is your wish. Both are same only. Method. So here we are using number means here same way I am going to add. So R means 4 number format. If you want to update, R means 4. So W means 2 and so X means execution permission 1. So 4 plus 2 plus 1. So this is the full permission. If you want to give read permission, write permission, execution permission, number format 4 plus 2 plus 1. How much?
7.
7. So for example, I want to give only for example user, just assume he is the user. Now just user is Rama, just assume Rama user. For this user I want to give full permission. Now full means 4 2 1, we can pass like this. So what is this? 4 2 7 means 4 plus 2 plus 1, total 7. And this is the first. Next user, this is the user, right? And group, which permission you want to add? Only read permission and write permission. For example, for group I want to add read plus write. 4 plus 2 6.
6.
For
Yes,
others,
sir.
I want to give only read access 4. Now got it? Now
Yes, sir.
based on this, for example, DevOps user, I want to give for this user only read and execution permission. Tell me number format. This is very simple.
5.
5.
5.
Next group I want to give only write access
2.
2. For others I want to give only execution permission
1.
or read plus execution. Read plus
5.
execution 5. That's it. If you understanding this number format, very simple. 4 means read access. 2 means write access, 1 means execution permission. That's it. Now clear? Now there is two ways we can do. Same way symbolic means if you want to add symbolic means we can add a plus, user plus, user plus. So which you want? Write permission. For
Sir,
example,
sir,
yes,
sir, ఈ నెంబర్స్ పర్మనెంట్ సార్?
పర్మనెంట్, ఎక్కడైనా పర్మనెంట్ ఇవి. రియల్ టైమ్ లో ఇలానే ఉంటాయి. లైనక్స్ మిషన్ లో ఎక్కడైనా సేమ్ ఫైల్
సేమ్
పర్మిషన్,
నంబర్స్ యూజర్స్
సేమ్ నెంబర్స్. కరెక్ట్, సేమ్ పర్మిషన్. డోంట్ కన్ఫ్యూజ్ హియర్. Same permission only.
ఓకే
Okay. Now observe here. Now first I am giving a number format. Next I will give symbolic format. Both are same only, but number is very simple. We can easily remember. Now come to here. Now for this user, this is the syntax ch mode. Now change one, right? Ch mode. Now for example this file I want to give read write access, read write execution permission to user. Now tell me number. Dev
7.
to 7. For
7
users I want, for group I want to write, read and write.
6.
Okay. For others I want to give read plus execution permission.
5.
5. Now file name, that's it. Which file? dev2.txt.
dev2.txt.
Now see here ll. Now observe here. Earlier for this file what is the permission? Read write, read. This is the read write for user, read for other group, and read for others. Now I change, right? Now check it. Users I given read write execution
Read, write,
permission.
executive
For
permission.
group read execution permission. For others read and execution permission. Clear?
Execution permission.
Yes, sir.
Now see, if you give execution permission, color also it will change automatically. Now tell me, for this directory I want to give full access for everyone. Tell me. ch
CH
mode,
mode.
change mode. I want to give everyone, user full permission, group also full permission, others also full permission. Tell me.
7, 7.
7,
7.
7, 7. That's it. Any doubt here?
Yes. No.
Now
Test.
LL. Now check it. Now check it here. Now clear? Sir, I don't want execution permission to everyone. I want to remove execution permission. Now tell me. ch mode. Now I don't want execution permission. Only read write I want to give everyone. Only read write. Based on this, only read write.
6, sir.
6, user 6,
6
6, others
6
6. That's it. Test 1
Test to
directory.
test.
Now anyone, any doubt here? Clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
So this is very simple format. Now we'll change via symbolic method. How to update it? Symbolic means I want to give for read permission to for everyone, or I want to give read permission for others. Now let me same symbolic. This is we need to remember. So here, so u means group, guys. Symbolic method. U means group. So u means group. Sorry, u means user. U means user, and so G means group. So G means group, and GROUP. Next O means other. Okay. So U means for user, G means group, O means other. Now R means R means read permission, X means execution permission, W means write permission. Same thing I am going to apply here. Now LL. Now so dev1.txt file I want to give group read write. Now how to give it? Now see here, ch mode, ch mode. So for whom?
It's read
User
write
or
for
group?
6.
User or group? I want to group. Plus.
Group, sir.
Plus means adding. Here plus means grant permission. Minus means remove the Denny, remove the permission. So equal to means set the permission. Now for group, I want to set W and X. It is hanging. Just wait. Okay, W X. Now see here. And what is the file name?
Dev
dev1.txt.
one
Anyone any
dot
doubt
txt.
here? Now tell me. Change mode. Next G. What is the G? Group.
Group and
For group, plus means assign. Which permission you want to assign? Read per write
write and
permission
execute.
and execute permission.
Execute.
Now check it. Now check it here. Group. Write and execution permission. Now for user, I want to add execution permission. For example, for group, I want to remove the permission. Now remove means what I told. Remove means plus means grant, right?
Adding plus
Minus means Denny. I don't
then
want read and write. I don't want read write X also. Execution permission. Now check it. This is very simple only. But you need to remember. Now see here. Now clear? Sir, I want to add use a group. I want to read permission. Now tell me. I want to add read.
ch mode
GH
G
mode
plus
plus G plus only read R.
or
And
dev one
that's it.
dot txt.
That's it. File name. Now well. Now see here. So this is nothing but which method? Symbolic method. If you want to add, remove or set symbolic mode, we can use U for user, G for group, O for other. And same way plus for grant.
Grant
Next, I minus, that is means hyphen.
then
What is
then
Denny? Denny means remove it. I don't want to allow. Now, so equal means set. If you want to, we can set it also. Equal means we can set it also. So equal to means set. Equal means set the permission. So these are the file permissions. So these are the file permissions. Now if you want to, we can update number format, or if you want to, we can update symbolic method also. Which is easiest? This one or this one? That is up to you.
number method.
Number, this is very simple. Whatever you want.
Yes.
Just ch mode space which permission. First number, that is the user related. Second number, group. Third one, other. That's it. Clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
So this is very important. In interview also many people so they asked so how to change this permissions and all file permissions, and we can check it. Okay. So now already wget last class already we seen, right? Wget and so how to how to install the packages, how to remove the packages. So those are same only. Already if you want to, we can set it. Okay. So now, so in there also a few people they asked, there is a few more commands. These are very simple only. Df hyphen. So how to check? So show free space on the mounted file systems. I want to check the free space. So there is one command df hyphen h. Df hyphen h means it will display. See, show the free space on the file system. See here. So how much space? This is the drives. These all are the drives, and how much space you used and available space. That and all we can check it. So what is the command? df hyphen h. How to? What is the purpose? Free space
Resource
on
of
the file
resource.
systems. There is one more command is there, and so df hyphen I. If you want to check inodes on the file system, mounted file systems. So that case we can use a df hyphen I inode. These are the inode values. Now you know, right? This is the iniq. You know, right? Iniqueness. In a hard link, soft link also I explained. Now there is one more command is there. Disk usage. You want to display the disk usage, human format, human routable format, usage, df, du, disk usage, right? This is the This is the disk space. DF means disk space. This is the disk usage. DU space hyphen AH human readable format. Now see here for every drive how much you are using. So those and all we can check it. DU hyphen AH display disk usage in human readable format. Human readable format. So interval also they asked DU, what is DU, disk usage, what is DF, free space. This is the free space. This is the disk usage. Clear?
Yes.
So anyone any doubt? So now, so there is a one more command is there, PS command. In intro many people they are asked, so what is PS command? PS means, so this is the process. What are the process running? So there is one command is there, PS. See here, this is the PS. This is the PS. So display your currently active process. What are the processes backend it is running? Those and all it will display. Those and all it will display. There is many arguments we can pass it. PS hyphen so if we want to we can know hyphen help. So those these are the arguments we can pass it. Why it is now hyphen help, it won't display more commands. Now if you want to we can use mostly ps hyphen ef. See here, so this is the UID, this is the PID, and this is the S time, and these all are the default, right? We can check it. What are the user UID, and this is the PID, this is the parent PID, and these are the time and all, and we can check time and CMD path or command prompt also, command prompt also. And mostly interview they are asking, so how to check running process, display the all running process memory and all. This is very, very important. Top command. See here, top. If I use top command, so now we can check. So what is the top command? So here we can check what is the memory, what are the processor, what, how many processes is running, and how much you use your total. See here, kilobyte memory and used and how much. So this is the top command. So this is display all running processes, and also it will display how much free and how much memory used. So everything we can track here, everything we can track here, everything we can track here. So this is the mostly in interview they are asking top command. So how to check memory, so those things, so if you want to check so all processes as well as memory, so we can use top command, we can use top command, we can use top command. Control C. So come outside and clear the screen, clear the screen. Now in interview also they are asking one very, very important command, so uname hyphen a, uname hyphen a. So last interview also they asked, so they want to display Linux system information. So I so they are asking which machine you are using, so Windows or Linux. So I said like we are using Linux machine. So they ask next question. So how to display Linux system information? How to find my Linux system information? So last interview also many people asked this question. So you name hyphen a, you name hyphen a. Very, very important. You name hyphen a, you name hyphen a. Now see here. So now we can find it. This is the Linux mission or which Linux system information. It will display the Linux system information. Now clear guys? This is very, very important.
సార్ క్వశ్చన్ మళ్ళీ చెప్తారా సార్?
So they ask like which operating system you are using, Linux operating system or Windows. I said like Linux. Okay. Next question they asked. So I want to how to display Linux system information, that which flavor you are using, which version you are using. They want to know. So this flavor. Okay. So what is
Yes.
the command?
uname hyphen a.
Hyphen A. Many people ask this question. You name hyphen A. It will display Linux system information. Clear?
Yes sir.
Now, sir, I don't want this much information. I want to only kernel release. That is nothing but only that flavor, this version and all. So that case we can use this name all. You name hyphen R also we can use it. R means it will display only that particular version. They don't want entire information. They want to display only that kernel version. Clear?
Yes, sir.
That case -r. So that case we can use -r. Suppose I want to find the host name. We can check it with the help of host name. See here, host name. Who is your host? Node 1. Who is your host? Node 1.
Node
Suppose
1.
if you want to find the IP address, these are our basic commands only. Host name -i. We can find IP address. My Linux machine IP address. If you want to find Linux machine IP address, so that case we can use so -a. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So in intro, so there is one more command. Top command, you know, right? So what is the top command? It will display all running processes as well as memory and all, right? So if you want to find only free memory, used memory and free memory, there is one command is there. This is also very important. Free command, free space -m, free space -m. Now it will display only memory, total how much memory, so how much memory you used and what is the used memory and what is the free memory. So that information and all we can find it, used and free memory. So this question also many people asked. Okay, free space -m. Top also is there, we can use top also, but it will display running processes as well as memory. I don't want running process, so that case we can use which command? I want to check only memory information. Free space
Free space -m.
-m. Just note it. Free space -m. So anyone any doubt?
No, sir.
So interview
No, sir.
many people they asked only these commands. Just practice it. So free -m and so and a few more interview questions is there. Next class I will explain. Already I noted somewhere. I don't know exactly. I need to check it. So next class I will so all Linux related information, Linux related so interview questions and all. So next class I will give few more questions. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So anyone any doubt as of now?
సార్ అది డెబిట్ కార్డ్ వచ్చింది, వీసాది వచ్చింది సార్, ఓకేనా?